Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now thanks to MCOC player 920 we do have the leaked abilities and gameplay of 9.1 final boss. So first of all, let's quickly take a look at the animations right here, and then we're going to decide on the potential best counters. So Orochi is X23 supercharged, so she's still a mutant champion, and she will have some quite an interesting approach to the fight, I believe. And here we can see the specials, where for most part, I think these are going to be relatively easy specials to deal with themselves because they are range specials, so you can just out-range them as well. But when it comes to her abilities, it's an entirely different cup of tea, where you will have to be extremely kind of specific in order to be able to deal any damage to her whatsoever. So without the right champions, this fight seemingly looks like quite hopeless, because she just regenerates almost all the damage taken unless certain conditions are met. So let's take a look at the champion abilities themselves. There's quite a lot, and let's just break down. So Orochi is a weapon filled to perfection. She's immune to stun, bleed, heal, block, petrify, and spectre. Additionally, her stalker studied her target, preferring for her encounter. She has 100% perfect block chance and cannot be evaded. When the attacker drops below 18% health, Orochi inflicts marked passive. That's the Danny Moonstar thing, which basically invalidates immortality and second lives and stuff like that. So that's immediately there to prevent like some hurting, I guess. But let's go to the next one. The wild experimentation of Waters has pushed Orochi's X gene beyond the limits of mortal mutants. Orochi instantly heals back 95% of all incoming damage, reduced by minus 5% flat for each non-instant damaging effect on her down to a minimum of 50%. So this non-instant damaging effect would likely be something along the lines of Power Sting, or Frostbite, or Whiplash, or something that you typically kind of detonate, potentially Hood's Hexes, maybe. It's going to be quite interesting to see what does and what does not qualify. But again, it does specifically state that it's non-instant damaging effect, so passives will work here too. So again, we're looking at Power Sting champions, Frostbites, stuff like that. Orochi's healing cannot be prevented, and her regeneration rate and the potency of her healing cannot be modified by any other means. So, underlying corruption. Celestial armor is powerful but unnatural, and her healing factor is constantly struggling against its influence. Non-instant damaging effects on Orochi have their potency reduced by 50%, but the duration is increased by 100%. This is actually good, so you are able to stack more of those effects on her. When Orochi is intercepted, struck by a striker, or immune to a heal block effect, she inflicts herself with a poison passive, dealing X amount of damage over 20 seconds. Not entirely sure how poison interacts with everything else in here, but there we go. Again, non-instant. Right. So we got the poisons, or heal blocks, or strikers in order to get that. While suffering from 10 or more damaging effects. Oh no, wait, that means that the Whiplash and Power Stings will not count. It's going to be the regular damaging effects that do count. This is already getting a bit complicated. While suffering from 10 or more damaging effects, Orochi gains Violent Purge timer for 10 seconds, paused during her attacks. While Violent Purge is active, non-instant damaging effects on Orochi are paused, but they no longer reduce the potency of her healing. When Violent Purge expires, Orochi removes all damaging effects from herself and inflicts a degeneration passive on the attacker for each effect removed, each dealing 1933 direct damage or 6 seconds. So, you do not want to let this expire, and that is where the backfire is going to come in. While Violent Purge is active, interrupting Orochi's heavy attack with a special attack causes it to backfire. For the duration of the special attack, while backfiring, Orochi cannot heal. On all non-instant damaging effects on her are removed, and new ones cannot be inflicted. For each effect removed or prevented, the final hit of this special attack deals 40% attacker stack rating as burst of direct damage to Orochi. So it's all going to be about these damaging effects. And placing as many of them, and then baiting out heavy attack and punching it with a special. Obviously, then there are the phases that makes it all more difficult, as well as few more abilities. Orochi's Claws sees all of her attacks inflict poison and bleed passives, each dealing a little bit of damage over 3 seconds. These passives have 100% chance of being inflicted through blocks that aren't well timed, reduced by 25% flat for each armor up effect on the attacker. So, again, armor ups, tech champions with lots of dots. So, seemingly, I think, maybe, Lady Deathstrike? Who knows? Shuri? Maybe. Each armor up effect, yeah. Shuri? Lady Deathstrike? Maybe. There are no survivors, obviously special 3 kills you. Phases. When Orochi would be knocked out, her mutant healing factor removes all active effects on her and restores her to full health. This upsets the lethal equilibrium in her cells, pushing her into the next phase. Phase effects are cumulative. In each successive phase after the first, Orochi reduces incoming damage by 5%, her special attacks cost 5% less power, and she's 15% more aggressive. The 1 hand begins, no additional effects. Phase 2. When activating a special attack, Orochi gains a non-stacking 20% inexorable passive lasting 1 second after the end of the special attack. This is removed when she is struck by a heavy attack. While the attacker is charging heavy attack that gain 10% spirit gauge every second, so you can get your strikers quicker. Orochi inexorable lasts for 5 seconds in third phase. Then the special attacks. Fourth phase, Orochi's special attacks are passively unblockable. Again, you can outrange them. Orochi gains an indefinite fury passive, increasing her attack rating by 6k in phase 5. And then phase 6 is kind of like the token phase. The wounded animal is the most dangerous. Orochi starts with 1.5 bars power, and her special attacks do not cost power, but she can no longer reach 2 bars of power. When the attacker performs an attack within striking distance during or immediately after Orochi's special attack, she loses 50% of bar power. Orochi's mutant healing factor has been overwhelmed. She cannot heal while in purge disabled, and she does not gain exorable for her first 2 special attacks of this phase. When Orochi is knocked out, in this phase, she is defeated. Potential all numerical values marked in green are not valid in Act 9 itself. They will be different. So, looks like we need, again, non-instant damaging effect for each This is the crucial part, but to me it looks like it's going to be most of the tech champion that should do well. Armor ups are welcome, and damaging effects themselves as well. So, again, Shuri's and Lady Deathstrikes, and we can take a look at a few more tech champions that should have quite a lot of dot associated with them. Wait 1 second, let's reset the filters. Let's go for tech class. Who else would have lots of dot spam? Possibly Arcade. Ironheart could be very, very good for this. Still a Sentinel, obviously Shuri. Red Skull, kind of. Lady Deathstrike. Ultrons, maybe. Well, either way, these are Act 9.1 boss abilities. It definitely will be very, very interesting to see exactly how hard the fight is. But if you do want to see me struggle through that live, again, do not forget to join the stream. As soon as Act 9 launches on September the 11th, on Wednesday, I will be live. I will be completing and running through this, and I will be posting videos afterwards. That means that Summer of Suffering fight is going to get streamed the day after, and the video on that is going to get made the day after as well, because I do believe that Act 9 in itself is a bigger deal. Again, I do think it's worth checking out the animations here again. And wait, why is there no screen share? I apologize. I'm using a new software for that. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we